It's already late July, but I realize I've not done any reading wrap-ups this year, and I consider myself a member of BookTube, so I should probably talk about books that I've read, right? That's a big part of it. Um, so I'm behind on my reading goal this year. I've started a lot of books, but I've only finished 8 of them. I'm a little embarrassed, but it's okay. We're going to do this tag anyways, because it'll be really entertaining. First, I'm going to tell you what those books that I've read are. The first book I completed this year was Lumberjanes Book 4, Out of Time. And then right after that was Lumberjanes Book 5, Band Together. Yes, I am catching up slowly on this series. It is probably my favorite comic series that is currently a thing. The next thing I read was a Macbeth comic, which was a part of the blind date with a book thing that they did around February at my local library. I probably read it a month later though. Same with the next book, The Last Dragon Slayer by Jasper Freud. It was wonderful. Then I read Real Friends, written by Shannon Hall and illustrated by Lone Pam. This was a complete, it looked interesting, so I bought it on my birthday situation. Next was Slaughterhouse V by Kurt Vonnegut. Really cool. And then I listened to the audiobook of The Heir and the Crown. So that's what we're working with for this tag. Let's get started. Question number 1, the best book you've read so far in 2017. I'm going to have to give that to Slaughterhouse 5. A fuller review is coming. Number 2, best sequel you've read so far in 2017. I guess, like, this counts, because, I mean, it's a series, and they're comics, but they were so wonderful and lovely. Number 3, new releases you haven't read yet, but you want to. I guess Lumberjanes number 6. I have it. Most anticipated release for the second half of 2017. I don't know. This is the thing. I'm in BookTube because I make videos about books and I enjoy the community, but I'm really not, like, I don't know where to start, honestly. How do you do it? How does BookTube work? How does it work? Tell me, please. Thanks. Number 5, biggest disappointment. Like, she's so mean. I knew it going in, but I just had to know, which is why I did it as an audiobook, both of them, because, like, I need to clean my house. Number 6, biggest surprise. The biggest surprise was Best Friend. So I literally saw this book in a comic book store as I was buying Lumberjanes and Sailor Moon, and I said, oh, that looks really cute, and my husband said, I think you should get it. This looks like something you would like. And it was my birthday, so I got it. And I was not expecting to relate to the main character and her experiences in childhood with friends and at school as much as I did, but there were so many things in here that just, like, I felt. Favorite new author. Well, I guess my favorite new author is then Shannon Hall, because I've never read anything from her before. And I feel like everything else I read was from an author that Jasper Freud, who wrote The Last Dragon Slayer. He's a new author to me as well. Very interesting. And I'm wondering if it's because it's a middle grade book. The way it was written was just, it's hard to describe, but the way the narrative flowed was something I wasn't used to. Number 8, new fictional crush. I'm gonna say Kyle from The Heir and the Crown. Number 9, newest favorite character. I think I am really liking, of course, all of the young women in the Lumberjane series, but Jen is a character that I didn't like at first. I thought she was bossy and annoying and kind of an antagonist to the girls, but as the series has gone on, she's changed, and I just, like, I like her. You have to follow the rules because of safety, and it's important. I understand her instincts. And she has a cool name, so duh. Number 10, the book that made you cry. Honestly, I probably shed some tears listening to The Heir and The Crown, just because there are some moments that are heart-wrenching, I guess. Also, I cry super easily. Like, really easily. Number 11, the book that made you happy. This one. Kids are weird, but it made me happy to read about. Number 12, favorite book to movie adaptation that you saw this year so far. I probably saw a few. I just don't remember. The most recent one I saw, though, was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I read the book years ago. It looks good. The cinematography, the art direction, all of that is on point, as the kids say. But I don't feel like the story flowed very well. It was very slow at the beginning. It was kind of putting me to sleep. And I don't know if I just wasn't in the right mood when I was watching it. But it just felt like it was a little flat overall. Like kind of, I don't know. It also wasn't very diverse, which probably added to the flatness of it. Number 13, favorite review you've written this year. I don't write book reviews anymore. I used to before I made videos about books. My blog was very focused on book reviews before it became like a blog about my life, but I never made videos about that. Now I do the opposite, I guess, and I've never written a review on Goodreads at all. Number 14, most beautiful book you've bought so far this year. I'm going to talk about this in a later video because I'm still reading it, but I bought this at Disneyland and it's beautiful. This photographs, the art, it's beautiful. The last one, number 15, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? I don't need to do anything. I do need to read The Handmaid's Tale for a buddy read video that I gotta make, so I need to read that one. I have a bunch of books I've started either this year or a year ago or longer than that I've just not finished for a multitude of reasons. I think I'm going to make a video about all of them, so let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Write every day, read every day, rinse, repeat, never stop. Meow.